Well, joining me in the MTTV studio is David Carter from the Manx Labour Party, and an event on this Friday involving Tony Benn, the late Tony Benn, who I had a chance to interview recently. Great man, isn't he? What an orator.
Yes, he's probably the finest political orator of his generation, really. And anyone who got the chance to see him, as I did on a few occasions, couldn't fail to be moved by him, whatever your political views.
And that's it. It didn't matter what you felt. He had something to say, and he had a great way of putting it across, didn't he?
That's right. I mean, he was a principled man, but his common decency, I think, shone through as well. And I think you saw that after his death, the political opponents who came forward to say how much they enjoyed his company and liked his oratory.
So what are you doing on Friday?
Well, the Manx Labour Party is showing a film called The Spirit of 45 by the well-known director Ken Loach. And in it, Tony Benn is interviewed at some length. So we thought it was a suitable tribute to his career and his political views. But I should stress, whatever your political views, you're welcome to come and see the film.
We're seeing a trailer here for it. It's Ken Loach. I mean, a filmmaker, so you can't go wrong with him, can you?
That's right, and he's very good at letting ordinary people speak. The film's not full of celebrities or politicians. It's full of ordinary people who remember the 1945 election and the subsequent Labour government and the creation of the welfare state. So it's those people who speak in the film, ordinary people's voices.
I said he came over here quite a few times, did talks, and he did have quite an influence on the Isle of Man in his day as Postmaster General.
Yes, there was a very good interview with him that was played after he died about the end of the pirate radio ships. Tony Benn was quite proud of the fact he became more left-wing as he grew older, and he said it was as a consequence of his experience in government. And of course he was Postmaster General at the time in the 1960s when we had Radio Caroline North anchored off Ramsey. And his part in closing them down. But he did create, BBC One and Two and so on. So he realised there was a market there for that type of music.
I mean, some people, the younger generation, may not realise that he was born into such wealth as well, and he had to give all that up.
Well, he renounced his peerage, and that took a long time because under the rules at the time, you couldn't stand for election in the House of Commons if you inherited a peerage, and he did. I mean, the only reason he inherited it from his father is his elder brother died during the war. He was an RAF pilot. Tony Benn wouldn't have inherited the peerage if his elder brother had survived. He was in the House of Commons but had to give up his seat, so he fought a long legal and political battle in order to be allowed to do that and stand again in Bristol, where he was re-elected. So
this event on Friday, do people have to buy a ticket up front or what?
No, they can just turn up. It's free of charge. I should stress it's open to anyone of whatever their political views. The Labour Party will be there with its leaflets to people who are interested in joining. Obviously, we are there for them to talk to. Whatever your views, if you want to see the film, please turn up. There's a licence bar, but there's no admission fee.
Okay, so the event and time?
Yes, the event is being held in the South Douglas Old Friends Association premises, which is at the end of Finch Road, just opposite Timwell Building, and it's 7 for 7:30 start.